Number 8 seeds, Megan Kraft gets us underway. Mariafe with the second ball option already for Taliqua, but this time misfires and USA on the board. Australians, the number 9 seeds, didn't make it into the main draw in Gstaad. So they will be happy that they're sitting in the main draw, but not so happy with the ace served by Megan Kraft. The last event before the Olympics, quite a few of the Olympic teams just judging their physical preparedness. Some are playing because they feel like they're ready and they want those match fitness experiences. Others with a few little niggling injuries, deciding to sit this one out. Late withdrawal by Anna Patricia and Duda. Hubeli and Brunner also withdrawing. Means that we have got Tina Anastasia as the number 1 seeds in Pool A. Tina Anastasia with their bronze. Gstaad, the first time that they made the podium after having consecutive 4th place finishes. And Therese Cannon and Megan Kraft in an all USA final. What a run they had from the qualification into the main draw. An easy peel for Therese Cannon. USA off to a flying start, making some good defenses. Taliqua with the block. But that's a good delivery by Megan Kraft. You can see she passes it, runs wide, but equally it can be hit on the onto, and Therese Cannon just going after it. Gets it inside the block of Faye and Australia. They do like an early timeout, trailing 4-1. Straight away, under the umbrellas, let's reset. Australia do not mess around. Once they hit that 3-point margin, it's time out. Be very surprised if you ever see them not try to put the brakes on. Difficult preparation for the reigning Olympic silver medalists. Taliqua Clancy, if you follow her on Instagram, you will see that she's had an ongoing elbow injury that has made their preparation for the Paris Olympics problematic. Getting those wins under your belt, getting deep into this tournament will be crucial in terms of their preparation for Paris. Therese Cannon, Megan Kraft. And the USA gets back underway again after the timeout. And what a quality serve by Therese Cannon, just threading it through the middle of the Australian reception. Just joining us here on Court 2 and haven't seen any of the previous matches, the end that the USA have moved to is a slightly more problematic end. That's a great touch from Faye. The net slows it down for Australia. What a peel from Taliqua, ricocheting through the overhand dig. Taliqua with another peel, and Megan Kraft fires it long. If you saw the referee's toss to decide who wants what at the start of this match, you would have seen that Cannon and Kraft elected to take the end closest to the camera. So they wanted what's called a relatively term, the good end. This is the end that Australia are at, and you can see it's causing problems for Therese Cannon in that corner. That is the problem corner in this court here. There's a bit of a side wind, so it does affect the person on the near side of your camera, on the right side, but it's definitely the hardest corner where Cannon is stood right now, and Australia are trying to capitalize on that. Oh, that's a lovely swing, though, by Therese Cannon. The hand setting from Kraft. She was called a few times throughout the Gstaad tournament. Looking at the lower contact, Mfei there looking to the referee, trying to chip away at the referee's decision making on the handset calling, possibly taking a little low coming out of the NCAA. It's a brilliant finish by Mfei. What a set out to the pin. I got the pleasure of watching the NCAA finals in Gulf Shore in 2023, and as an international beach volleyball player and coach for many decades, it was quite surprising the length of the deep dish from a lot of the athletes. So it does take a while to transition from the NCAA to a more FIVB international rules for the deep dish. Definitely allows it at that level. Not to say it's wrong, allowing the game to flow, but it's just making the different transition in these regulations. And a good peel from Cannon. Therese Cannon making some excellent decisions on that peeling. Definitely got to witness her peeling and getting those one-handed turn and burn stabs, especially when she peels on that right-hand side. Definitely adding that movement to one of her specialities. It's a difficult set and Cannon throws it down. Tikva passing off behind the baseline. Mfei trying to get that ball in. Cannon waiting patiently, allows it to come onto her side. Beautiful service pressure from USA. Yet again, it's dipping. Australia in that problematic end. It is coming down and it's quite deceptive, especially as it's coming through the trees on the right-hand side there. It hits little pockets of serving and another ace from Therese Cannon. Really dialing in. Under pressure. Taliqua too close. Mfei looking for the on-two option, doesn't get it. Taliqua can't find a way through, and Australia in all kinds of pickle. USA with the service, sublime service pressure. And easily dealt with, bit of defense from USA. But Mfei with the layout, with the stab down. Gets to go again for Australia and claws them back onto a ledge. Australia almost in free fall. 6 serving 12. Can they find some service pressure of their own? Kraft deals with it well. Smooth movement on the backside and a good election to just drop shot that. It's a tight set. She hasn't got the same approach she's looking for. She has to work really hard. Doesn't get off the sand, but just a high hand. No drawback, just a little nudge over. Good movement from Mfei. Gets out to the pin, asks for it wide, making sure that she's drawing Cannon, making the block move. It's a crucial point for Australia. They'd like a 13-8 technical timeout if they could. Taliqua gets a little bit of a zigzaggy pass from Cannon. But what a rescue from Kraft, just standing it up. The way they work together, just in absolute harmony under pressure. And that's what you're looking for. You've got to have that circle of trust behind you. And when you can't see your partner, when you don't know exactly where they are, you know they're running with you. They're going to keep their hitting with over and just peak it up. Give them something to run at. Nicely played, USA up 14-7, heading into the technical timeout. What a start by United States pair.
know what we're going to do. You can't just focus yourself. Let's go.
Great dig from Megan Kraft coming out the technical timeout. The throwdown block though from Taliqua rescues Australia as they are under continued service pressure and defense scheme from the USA. Australia not looking as smooth as you would like. 8 serving 14. This is the end. They need to find some answers. And that is a quality serve from Mfe, going at Cannon, going into the wind with just that movement of the ball, taking it to her right, doesn't get her body behind the ball. A little bit of respite from Australia for the USA. 15 serving 9. On 2, not taken. Nice angle. Mfe. Lovely delivery from Taliqua. Fast rhythm. Beautiful pressured serve from Taliqua. This is the Australia that you have come to watch if you're an Australian fan. The service pressure from Taliqua. It's been the key aspect of their game that you would expect her to pick a few more aces. This time, Therese Cannon with appeal from Taliqua. Can't put it away. Cannon gets to go again. And goes right through the seam, skinning the game from Mfe, but not controlled enough. And it's a good pushback from Australia, but they can't capitalise on the good end. And Therese Cannon playing as if she's just been on the podium in Stade with the silver medal around her neck. There is a renewed buoyancy about Therese Cannon playing with Megan Kraft. Sometimes team can just get synergy, and they definitely have it. The defensive work of Megan Kraft in the background behind Therese Cannon. The taller defender, was a blocker predominantly in her college career, now switched to the defensive role, has split block previously and now as a defender, just starting to get dialed in. A big block from Therese Cannon does allow her that time. Referees just making sure that the score's right, the serve is right, and we are off. 16 serving 11. Oh, it's just wide, very close. Challenge from USA. The referee saying, I've accepted the challenge. Don't go and change ends yet. Once I've signaled, then you can. I think you can quite see. With the rakers raking all the old ball marks during timeouts, it does leave a clear view of new ball marks. And with the courts being watered down a little bit just to keep the temperatures cool, you definitely get a clear idea. No sand splash, good ball circumference, easy mark, as you can see. Tiny bit of sand splash onto the lines there. 12 serving 16. Oh, what a hustle from Mfe. Tries to go through the middle, but Megan Kraft is all over it. Taliqua gets the block, but there's no way over. And good work from Megan Kraft. Loving how she's nailing the percentages of the Australian attack. What's gone? What can't she get? If they get that, leave it to them. She's optimizing her defense position and hoovering up. 17 to 12. Keeping the pressure on Mpe. Good tomahawk from Cannon. And a lovely seam swing. Therese Cannon with a long reach, really fluid approach. And Megan Kraft linking back to Cannon is a thing of beauty. Cannon working the high hands. And as valiant and an effort as it was from Mfe, there was no way back for the third touch for Taliqua. And this USA pairing are remaining buoyant, strong, focused, full of confidence. Taliqua has to hoik it in, she's off the net. Oh, but that is an exceptional swing, and that's where you've got to say, if you're Megan Kraft, at that point, from that position, you've got to leave something open. And if they go there, well, you know what, you just clap, applaud, put it in the stats book, and maybe you shift your defense position next time. (14 to 19). Keeping it on Cannon. High poke. And again, the question on Megan Kraft's hands. I think what you've got to say is the follow through. One hand goes one way and one hand is going another way. And that is probably what the Australians are seeing. But meanwhile, USA serving 20 for 14 with 6 set points. Kraft with the overhand dig. Tries to work the block of Taliqua. Australia save one of the set points, but they have got 5 more to rescue. Oh no, my apology. Oh no, oh, I thought they were walking into the umbrellas there. I think with the shade, both teams are electing to go around the pillar as opposed to one go one way and one go the other. So now Australia, 15 serving 20. Little bit of a problem for Cannon. And Faye hoovering out the middle, goes deep in the middle. What a touch from Kraft! Oh my goodness, the overhand defenses here are sublime. And Taliqua with the deftest of finishes keeps it alive. This second set is still here for the Australians, and whether they win or lose, this is the form that you don't want to allow Australia to get back into. 2 set points saved, and Australia make USA feel the scoreboard pressure. Oh, goes for the ace, gets it. Oh my goodness, that was good. I thought it was out, and a timeout called by USA. Clutch serving from Taliqua.
Menu. Just a little. Yeah. But first I'm gonna pass. Next ball, baby. Next ball. Yeah. Yeah.
Und in der Zwischenzeit hat es hier bereits eine Ersatzentscheidung gegeben. Ja, noch nicht so wichtig, korrigiere. 2017 gegen das Enemy Scoreboard. Oh, strong response, Paul Burnett.
Back out after the timeout called by USA. Australia to serve staying in the net. And that's a good timeout from the USA as they take it 21-17. Definitely a flurry of a comeback from Australia. Signs of their former self, which will give the Australian fans staying up late to watch a comeback from the Australian number 9 seeds. They're in a pool with Tina and Anastasia, and Vladan and Lazarenko from Ukraine. They punched their ticket yesterday in the qualification round. I got the pleasure of calling their match, and I hadn't watched Lazarenko play before. She's just 20 years of age. She's got a bronze medal from the World Under-19 Championships, and then she took gold medal at the World Under-21 Championships in the same year, and that was 2021. Given it's now 2024 and she's only 20, that says you all you need to know about how good Lazarenko is. So that is definitely one that you don't want to miss. Regardless of the outcome of the results, that's a player to keep your eye on. Australia with the trickle ace get us underway at the start of the second set. The number 9 seed serving to turn this match around. USA having taken the first set 21-17. Number 8 seeds in fine form. Beautiful, nice seam finish. Kraft electing to use the dig set. Not letting the referee get involved. It has to be a big push from that position. Put a bit more weight behind the ball. Nice lead by Mfe. Good movement to the sideline. In pole position, ready to play it should she need. There is a bit of a side wind, so sometimes with the right spin, it can come down quite quickly. Oh, what a touch from Kraft. But equally, bow, 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 bow. Kraft in defense is dialing in. But Therese Cannon knows it. She's set Taliqua instead of her partner. She's all around. You just got to say, do you like that set, Taliqua? Yeah, I try not to give you too many of those anymore. 3 serving 1.
It's just too slow? Too low. Okay.
Therese Cannon asking for clarification from the said. Therefore, it's not about it being low. It is then slow when it's low. What a peel. Good take. Goes for the jumbo and gets it right on the base. You're in a complete reversal of fortune at the just working a lead. Taliqua and Mfe, coached by Brad Tutton, who'll be heading into the Paris Olympics alongside Taliqua and Mfe. Megan Kraft and Therese Cannon under the coaching prowess of Mike Blacek and Paul Lotman. Having to carry that big cowbell around with them as they head to Gstaad. Hopefully the airlines are more than supportive about carrying such a large trophy with them. The last time these two played, it was in the Elite 16 in Paris. It was a Pool B match, and it was 18-21, 25-23, 15-11 to Artaccio and Clancy. So the comeback is always on the cards from this Australian pair at this level. Of course it's on the cards, and with an ace served by Mfe, we go into the first end switch with Australia up 6-1. but it is the good end, bad end. And sometimes you've got to rephrase that dialogue. Don't want to say it's completely bad, because sometimes you can just own the bad ends, in air quotes, with some clever spin side serving. The Australians are no strangers to wind. And that is a clever serve from Mfe.
You are not the captain. This is your verbal warning. One thing is the simultaneous contact, okay? But if you put one more force in one hand, the ball is spin. But the contact was simultaneous. Do you understand?
No, just keep the
touch
stand.
together and put more force in one hand.
Again, the hand setting this time of Therese Cannon coming into question by the Australians. The referee, Lisandro Pandasantos, stamping his mark. Only the captain is allowed to address him over the point of issue. And Therese Cannon coming in, hitting, nailing it, letting the ball do the talking. Quite difficult for the USA teams with the AVP referees refereeing slightly different than the FIVB ones. This time Megan Kraft coming in with the on-two. Maybe just take the setting out of it and hit on two. And you probably never have the referees involved. It's such a contentious issue in beach volleyball. That subjective calling by the referees can make it very difficult. Riling themselves up. Sometimes they're just fueling the bad handling calls just to get themselves, just to give them something to fight against. Australia have just got to not Australia, USA concentrating on their own side out is the most crucial thing. And also not having that anxiety when you put your hands up that you are worried that the referee's going to call. And that can be quite a prospect. You've definitely seen people get into their heads when the referee's calling it. And you can see there is a difference between the contact point from Australia and the speed of release and the USA team. So it can be frustrating for the non-USA teams when they're competing against teams that potentially look like they're dishing it a little bit longer. Good hit. Nice turn across the body from Therese Cannon. Good pressure win to grab hold of those balls and making the wind work for them from both ends. Good take. Kraft with the possibility. Deliqua slows it down. She's gone over there on the on-two, and Cannon just takes care of it. Nobody home. Deliqua in a bit of a funk after that overset off the second touch. Doesn't go in to press or take on Cannon, and USA pushing back. Nice break point from Cannon and Kraft.
As we are experiencing right now on court number 3.
The on-two. Goodness me, that's a good delivery from Mariafe. But also the speed with which Deliqua gets into the net with such a fast pass. It's definitely one of my favorite on two option teams when you see them deliver it like this, especially how zigzaggy it is as well. 10 serving 6. Nice leave. Kraft shuffling, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Leave. Always good. Surprise. It never ceases to surprise me how many players won't do that and then they just see the ball drop and hit the line. Oh, it's just Australia at its finest. The wide pass, so the on-two draws Cannon to an extent, not massively, but she has to hold the middle a little bit longer. And then Mfe with that wide set back across the body to the cup. Megan Kraft given a whole huge chunking part of the line. Up and over to Liqua at the net. Easily done. Can Therese Cannon find a little bit of magic at the net? Does she even need it if she serves up an ace? And she does. Beautiful line serve from Therese Cannon. So fast. Mfe has to hold this line because it is the fastest serve. And the point of contact from Cannon, along with the wind, bringing it down, made that very problematic. Can't back it up, so Australia go into the technical timeout up 12-9. A good bit of serving with the break point for USA allows them a little bit more optimism in the second set.
Beide Courts aktuell gerade in den technischen Timeouts gewesen. Auf Court Nummer 3, 12-9. Die Australier noch in der Kopfball.
Australia looking to take us to a third set, coming out the technical timeout up by 3, 12 serving 9. Difficult pass, well blocked by Taliqua. Good recovery from Cannon, and she works the hands of Taliqua. And USA enter into double figures. This set is definitely not in Australia's bag yet. And it's gone wide. Good serving from Megan Kraft, that dipping serve in front of Taliqua. She gets a good job of getting it up, but because of the movement and the momentum after she's passed it, she runs the back set and the angles disappear. USA 11 serving 12. Kraft with that dipping serve yet again. Oh, it's a wonderful cut shot from Mfe. Right across the body, snapping the side of the ball, just crisply cutting it across her body. The lead is diminishing. This is a good hold and then go from USA, edging their way back in. Oh, and Therese Cannon with the mesmerizer jumbo pokey. Australia just looking at it, thinking it's going out, but it holds its ground and just lands perfectly on the line. Nice defensive move from Australia, but unable to capitalize on some good defense. Cannon with the pull. Again, Kraft holding pole position. Oh, but misfires, it's gone long. Therese Cannon in two minds about a challenge. Finally decides that she will. The referee honouring the challenge, even though I do feel that this is possibly one of those let's just stall for time, which isn't such a bad idea. It's well within the rights and rules and regulations of the game. that is exactly why you would make a challenge. Just make the server wait, get inside their head a little bit, distraction techniques. 13 serving 14. This is a crucial point. Good take from Taliko. She's got a little bit higher set. Good touch from Cannon. And with the heavy hammer. We are all squared. 14 all. USA definitely needed this. Heading into the problematic end. You can see Megan Kraft looking to serve into that side wind. Maybe explore the middle. She does, and it drops. Good peel from Cannon. Oh, and Cannon attacking the peeling to Liqua, and Australia calling their time out. They have had enough. And I am liking the adjustment that Megan Kraft is making all the time. You can literally see her gathering information as she plays every single rally, every single point, every single play, not by just herself, but by her opponents. What are you doing to us to make life difficult? And actually, when I go that end, I'm going to have a go at that. Just utilizing every bit of information that's coming at her and just starting to deploy it.
But also be ready.
Again, she's adapting, dick setting a little bit more than maybe hand setting with this wind that's bringing the ball down.
I want to block her line.
Yep.
I'm going to take the seam line.
Okay.
And let you sit for the cut.
Perfect. Perfect.
Anything else? I don't care.
Got it.
Let's go, Meg. Push.
Watch option.
Yeah.
And USA setting up their defense for the next service point. You've heard it here. Let's see if they can pull it out the bag. 15 serving 14. Australia under pressure now from the USA serve. Good dig. Way to drive the offense to your defender, and that is a very nicely crafted bit of defense from the USA pair. It's all about working together. Sometimes you won't get the block, but if you can drive it to your defender and they just sit there and pick the pocket of the offense. USA up by 2, 16-14, through the middle. Play taken for, bouncing up. Taliko rescues it, drops it just in front. Megan Kraft with a right smile on her face, was in the right attack line, but the angle and the point of contact from Taliko really hard to read. USA with the side out advantage, 15 serving 16. Oh, and an ace from Mfail. Levels it up, Australia pushing back. They are playing well. They have got the end that you can ask difficult questions. You have to serve and get the ball in and ask those questions though, and taking Kraft to the floor. She bounces up. What a touch. But gets to go again. Mfail this time keeps it on her side. Oh, brilliant bit of defensive work from the USA to keep it going, but Taliko with the overhand paddle and snaps it hard through the middle, and this is a game-changing rally for Australia. They needed that if we are going to go to 3 points, and that was a big point for them. Moments where Kraft and Cannon were driving the offensive traffic from Australia, but they couldn't put it away to Liqua, making some very poignant peel decisions, and Australia now 17 serving 16. A little bit deeper this time. There's time for Cannon to get organised. What a touch from Mfail though. Can she get it over? She just has to do a big dig. And the misfire from Kraft. It looked like it was a delivery for an on-2, but Megan Kraft had to take too long to get the fire and wasn't in the optimum position. Potentially it needed to go back to Cannon. And Australia now up by 2. This is a big side out point for USA because they will be going into an end switch. Good movement from Kraft. Lovely. Fast, efficient snap. Strong through the seam and under the arms of Taliqua. Tequila? No, that's a Freudian slip or what? But there we go. Taliqua Clancy. USA now 17 serving 18. Dipping serve, that's exactly what was done to them. Now they've got Australia under pressure and now they've got the dig. Oh, Taliqua with the block. Kraft under pressure a little bit. It's an adventurous set and it's a big swing. Tight. And a misfire, and that is so unfortunate for Australia. They did everything they possibly could, but not in a good position to attack. And we are all squared, 18 all. Three-point game. First to 21. Who's going to get it? Good move from Kraft. What a tap down from Taliqua. Just capitalizing on the high hands, maximum reach, and not much of a trajectory. The ball's going straight down from her contact. That is what makes defending Taliqua so hard, even though you know where it's going. 19 serving 18. Tricky. Big swing, but even bigger dig. And Taliqua gets it through the block of Cannon and Kraft, and Cannon with a little bit of indecision. Australia now 2 set points. We are almost into a decider. 20 serving 18. This is a good comeback by Australia. They serve Cannon, she's under pressure, Kraft can't get her wheels on, and we are headed to the third set. Australia take it, 21-18. Just the second time that these two teams have met, and it's the second time that they have gone to a deciding set. Australia took it the first time out in Paris. Can USA turn it around here in Vienna?
Machen wir aber Aufsprunglinie, also Aufschlaglinie vielleicht auch noch. Ja. Okay. Du gehst weg auf deiner Seite. Ja.
Kommt in Italien. Und trotz der sengenden Hitze, die hier aktuell auf der Donauinsel herrscht, 30 Grad plus und es wird noch heißer, das kann ich euch garantieren. Denn jetzt geht es los hier in Satz Nummer 3 auf Court Nummer 2. Team Australien gegen Team USA.
And we are off at the start of the third set. 1 set all. America taking the first set, 21-17. Australia bouncing back, taking the second, 21-18. USA with slightly favoured end, although both teams are doing a fantastic job of adapting to what's going on. And that's a brilliant scoop from Megan Kraft, coming in hard, but Enfe, high hands, can't put it away. Who's going to get this one? This is a big point. Taliqua valiantly keeping it alive. The jump set from Cannon, haven't seen that one before. My goodness, the legs are dying. And finally, somebody puts it away, but you can see how hard that one hurt. Okay. Hands on her hips, staring long and hard at the referee. Don't think they could believe their eyes when Therese Cannon brought out the jump set, but good on you. Way to bring out something different in the middle of that rally. That one has got to hurt. This is a crucial serve from Mariafe Altachel-Solar. She gets it in, makes Cannon play. It's an errant pass. Taliqua can make the peel, and Australia have got the dig. And the onto is pulled, and that is so crucial. Digging deep, breathing hard after a long rally. Mfe knows exactly what she wants to do in that instant. They will still be hurting after that rally. This is where applied pressure is so crucial, and Australia 2-1 up. This time Cannon advances it into a good position. Oh, she's coming strong. And they probably second guessing. Maybe Cannon sold her something on the line. She wasn't as ready as maybe she should have been for that hard driven ball. Good angle of attack from Cannon. Going to the end switch. Australia with the ball. 3 serving 2. All the players electing to go around the post by the second referees and then get into the shade. All of those little moments of cool are very much welcome here in Vienna. Temperatures are rising every day. We hit some mid-30s yesterday, and it definitely was hard going in the qualifier for some of the teams. Challenging serve. Good take from Cannon. The on-2, pokey deep over the line, and that is well worked by USA. Good communication from Kraft as she sets up Cannon for the second ball. Looking like they're going to be jumping into some lines on Mfe. Good, jumping into some angles and getting some touches even. Mfe with the one-handed touch, but doesn't get it. Nice defensive scheme from USA. You couldn't quite see their call, but you could definitely see that there was more than 1 or 2 fingers on display from Cannon. Well worked from Taliqua. Kraft can see exactly where the attack line from Australia is coming. Brilliant touch from Mfe, but the drop shot from Kraft is too good. And Australia walking off, not letting USA run away with it. Calling a relatively, as you would expect, early timeout. 5-3. USA have figured out the Australian offense. They're starting to just pull some different moves in their scheme. Jumping into some late blocks. Holding one position, the show and then go. A little bit more windscreen wiper blocks from Cannon. It is hot out here. And if you think this is hot, centre court is even hotter with the stands. Here you've got the trees, a little bit of shade, a little bit of wind coming in to keep it slightly cooler. Centre court is really heating up. Players have got to manage that physicality. And we all know that beach volleyball does bring each unique challenges to every venue, whether it's the sand, the wind, the heat, the cold and the rain sometimes. Players very used to managing it, but Kraft applying pressure, but what a finish from Mfe. That was a proper hammer. Kraft, though, delivering out the timeout, making sure Australia had to do something very special. That It's always important to keep that pressure applied for serving 5. But inside, Megan Kraft has got to go on the hurry up. She's looking for the touch. She's got it. That was a problematic set, and that's a testament to Megan Kraft's speed on offense. She had to really work hard to get into that middle. Kraft establishing a very deep position in defense, giving Cannon plenty of space to work, getting in. Comes in for the second. Oh, but that's a good hit from Taliqua. Megan Kraft read it. She was trying to put herself in harm's way, but the finish from Australia too good. And that is where Mfe is so difficult. If you don't serve with the hardest possible question, he has got that ability to deliver that on too. But Australia have to find the break point. Working the hands, good work from Megan Kraft. Like in the hands of Therese Cannon, taking it high, delivering it fast. Megan Kraft working the outside hand with the squarer approach, trying to wipe off. Good serve through the middle. Yes, good peel. Opportunity, but just got to recycle it. There's the on 2, and what a take. It's so good. Taliqua has to work incredibly hard to get out to that pin. She knows Mfe's going to deliver it, but the work that she had to do at that point was huge. Under pressure, Kraft with the wheels on, can't get it, and we are all squared 7-7. That fast serve just to Therese Cannon's left side. With the wind going across to the left, if she doesn't get the body around, then the wind gets hold of it as well.
Into the next round of qualification. Whereas we are still experiencing the pool play here at
7,
court
8
number
point
2.
game.
Also,
Good work from Megan Kraft. It was a little bit problematic from the pass. She had to opt for the dig set, just waiting patiently for it to come down. This is a testament to Megan Kraft here, just adapts the platform. You can see there's not so much footwork involved as changing the angle of the platform and getting a little bit of swing for the direction.
action still continues on court number 2.
8-7. Australia becoming their own best cheerleaders. This is what they are very good at. It's kind of like the noise game, the emotional game, the how does it feel to be on court. They are really good cheerleaders for themselves, especially when you don't have a lot of home support and you're traveling far from home. That's a good serve and a big ace from Taliqua Clancy at a crucial moment. A timeout called.
Ja, bevor die Kontrareginnen vom anderen Ende der Welt hier zu viel Fahrt aufnehmen und zu weit sich entfernen, Heimat genommen hier Team USA, die bereits den ersten Satz gewonnen haben, aber dann den zweiten wunderbar hergeben mussten. Dann haben die Australierinnen ganz, ganz stark aufgespielt. Mariafe und Taliqua.
Clancy with 5 aces for the match so far. Serving up an ace, forcing USA to call their timeout. Australia up 9-8 in the deciding set. That's another difficult question asked. Megan Kraft cannot get her wheels, a little bit of a wheel spin before she got in motion. And that is incredible service pressure from Taliqua, getting her second ace in this third set. 6 aces for Taliqua so far. Good shot from the USA. 9 serving 10. Again, this is a big point. You'd like to go a 10-10 switch. They've kept the second ball option out. Mfe with a brilliant line shot. In that position, you felt sure she was going to turn it back to the angle, but she kept on the line, even though it was very narrow. And Australia with a 2-point lead at the end switch, but USA with the one side out and some good service pressure can turn this game back their way. Cannon under pressure. Australia get the dig. Oh, what a wonderful touch from Therese Cannon, but too much to handle. And Mariafe, Artachiel del Solar, the speed with which she's been hitting some of these transitional plays. Whereas in the beginning, Megan Kraft was dialing in. She cannot stop this Australian defender. Good movement from Taliqua, gets the overset from Kraft, and Australia extend their lead 13-9. Going through the middle attack. Good angle, what a touch. Taliqua goes for the on-2. Maybe she touched it, maybe she couldn't get it back to Mfe. USA into double figures. Finally get the side out they're looking for. It's come a few points too late, but anything can happen, especially with a good serve from this end particularly. It's too good. Mfe with the delivery, pin back, reeling from the service pressure. Has to kick it away. She somehow gets it on the end of her hand. It's like an underhand hit. She's not taking it on the big part of her platform. She's taking it on that joint where she can get that flick. That is exceptional from Mfe. And now Australia 14, serving 10. 4 match points. Big wipe. End switch, 11-14. This is where you've got to think, what did they do to get those points at this end? How did they dismantle us? What can we do to them? You've got to keep thinking. You never know when you're going to get those extreme comebacks. 11 serving 14. Second match point for Australia. Good touch. The wide set, incoming and out of bounds from Mfe. Great serving from Megan Kraft, getting that little dip, not allowing Mfe the control that she has delivered for those second ball options. 12 serving 14. Kraft applies pressure. Mfe with the back set. And another error. Cannons caught it. And Australia do it, take it out in 3, 15-12 in the third.